It all started when I was little, like 5, 6 years old. We went with our mother to the woods, like quite often in the weekends. We had no other of sticks and yeah, things from nature. And the little house where we were in the woods, there were knives that we used to make swords of. So we really carved swords out of the sticks, not like other children who's just playing with sticks and pretending they were swords. We made like really kind of weapons, like even guns and everything we carved out of sticks and bits of wood. So by getting older, we went both to school. I studied mechanics, and there I learned about hardening and how to work with steel instead of wood. So we worked with files, with milling machines, with turning machines, all kinds of metal material. So kinda enjoyed it, but never really thought about making knives or anything in that genre. Just I liked working metal and designing stuff. I had some metal laying around, so I thought I'm gonna make a knife, and it was really funny because I knew the metal wasn't hardenable, so I was just making a design in 3D. And that was it. I was really happy about it. It was just a piece of metal. It's still hanging in my shop somewhere just to remind me how I started everything. From that knife, I did some research on Google and YouTube, and I found a guy named Trollsky, who made, like, in the beginning, not really good videos, but it was really interesting. His content was really good, so I really liked his way of making knives. I just tried. I tried, and it was good. I guess I got lucky. That was the first knife. It was like more a bushcraft knife, a camping knife. I went camping with it until they stole it from me. That was my reason to make another knife, but I decided to make a kitchen knife. Wasn't really the best design, but I still use it. It still hangs in my kitchen, and people did like it. So my family really loved it, so I did make some presents for them. I made some knives for Christmas. They liked it, they still use it, they still have it, they still take care for it. And that's I really love about making knives. From there on, the model was really good. I made the bigger one. There came a next one and another one, and then 5, and then 10. 20, and no on. I just make them, I keep them in stock because they go really well.
every single time. Roll across the rolling river Tyne.
After that one, I looked after other models who are really good in kitchen stuff. Like most people just cut vegetables and everything. I made a vegetable knife, a big one, the nakiri, who doesn't peel potatoes or a apple or something. So I made a small knife. Now I'm looking for making like really big knife to slice meat and other stuff. Just really enjoy making a lot of sorts, different sorts knives. Like just need to look at Japanese knife style. They have hundreds of knives. So for each vegetable they have another knife almost. That's why it's never ends and it will never end. About my parents, you need to know that they both were really sport fanatics. My father was a really sportman. He did got a quite level in his rowing, so he is a rower. Did a lot of competitions such as stuff. As was my mother, but she was more into climbing. Isn't the same thing, but they both studied sports. So that's a big thing. Then my father started a climbing gym and my mother worked in it. She still did some competitions until I was born. No, until she was pregnant from me, and then even she did competitions. My parents are divorced. My father still has the climbing gym, but the little Sandra didn't want to climb. But I wasn't interested. I wasn't as scared of heights, but I was scared of coming down. So I did other sports instead. I did some judo. I did all kinds of sports. I kinda liked swimming, inline skating, skiing, snowboarding, windsurfing, even tennis and badminton. All sports you can imagine. I tried it all until I was like, I did all those sports and knew how expensive they were. And then I realized that I'm kind of a fool. My father has like a whole sporting gym and I didn't really use it. Didn't never use it. Then I started climbing and I did it and I really liked it. So it was kind of my own will that was needed to go through there. And that's why I'm still in it. I like building the routes in the climbing gym. I like climbing outside. Not especially for the climbing always, but just for the travel. Just go there to see the rocks, to see everything. You see the view up on the rocks, on the mountains. I'm Sander, I'm 23 years old and I make kitchen knives.